Next, the human chain, the woman trapped in her sinking car, an F-16 flipping in the blinding rain. Ginger Z is standing by. Also tonight, the emergency landing, passengers reporting smoke in midair, the race to get passengers off. The police shooting a traffic stop for a missing license plate. The driver does not survive. After the first trial ends in a mistrial, tonight what's just happened in the second trial. Is it a warning shot from the president? What he said about the special counsel, Robert Mueller. And your money tonight, the major car deals with the 4th of July coming. Tonight, what we didn't know, which fees you can bargain down at the dealership, even eliminate. And something else you should ask for, it could save you hundreds.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a busy Friday night. And we begin with the severe storms hitting this evening. Possible tornadoes and flash flooding threats from Dallas all the way up to Philadelphia. Then New York City and the Northeast. A confirmed EF2 tornado cutting across Fairfield, Alabama, destroying several businesses. And that F-16 flipping in the torrential rains in Dayton. And look at the map tonight. 30 million in the east at risk. Travel will be challenging as those dangerous storms make it up to New York City. This evening, images of the effort to save a woman in her sinking car, and ABC's Gio Benitez leads us off.
Tonight, with a deadly mix of flash flooding and severe storms, Cindy is not done yet.
My husband's trying to help.
Alabama hit hard. In Muscle Shoals, volunteers and firefighters forming a human chain to fight the current, rescuing a woman from her sinking car just in the nick of time.
There she is. She's going out.
The car completely submerged. West of Birmingham, where several people were hurt when an EF2 tornado blew through, they're cleaning up flattened homes and businesses. Our Steve Osunsami is there.
Behind me over here is what used to be an oil service station. You can see that the winds were strong enough to basically tear this place in two. This was part of the wall.
The storm's moving north and east. In Dayton, Ohio, heavy rain at a Thunderbirds air show, possibly contributing to an F-16 flipping on a runway. The two passengers taken to the hospital.
They had been coming in, Thunderbird 8, and then executed a missed approach because of the visibility and rain.
In Perry County, Illinois, up to 5 inches of rain swamped vehicles, big and small. This road in Midland, Michigan, has a river running through it. And west of Pittsburgh, a man trying to clear debris from a drainage pipe was pulled under. He did not survive. And David, here in the Northeast, we're expecting rounds of heavy rain tonight into tomorrow. The real concern right now is flash flooding. David.
Gio Benitez leading us off. Gio, thank you. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z. She's tracking it for us tonight. Ginger?
And David, there's a severe thunderstorm less than 90 miles southwest of us right here, and we are not alone. It feels downright tropical for a reason. The remnants of Cindy plus a cold front causing a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of New Jersey back into West Virginia. And look at the one back in Arkansas and western Tennessee, the tornado watch still in Kentucky. Let's take you through the timing here with the flash flood potential, as Gio just said, for 1 to 3 inches to fall very quickly. The storm timing even brings another very strong line overnight into early tomorrow morning for Washington, D.C. Look at 9 a.m. at New York City. Headlines out west, Portland, Oregon. Now in the heat advisory, could get to close to 100. David.
Ginger Z with us tonight. Ginger, thank you. These storms already impacting air travel, but there was another scare today. Passengers on board a JetBlue flight from New York to Florida reporting seeing smoke while in midair. Then an emergency landing, passengers escaping on slides. Here's ABC's Eva Pilgrim.
Passengers evacuating this JetBlue plane. First responders on the scene. A jet forced to make an emergency landing. Smoke spotted inside the plane.
13, just heads up, we will stop on the runway and plan an evacuation.
Flight 913 took off this morning from White Plains, New York, en route to Fort Lauderdale. About halfway through the flight, passengers and crew noticed a problem.
People started smelling smoke, and there was obviously a little bit of haze in the air.
The plane forced to land in Charleston, South Carolina.
We did have a smoke event in the cockpit or in the cabin.
All 98 passengers and 4 crew members on board evacuate down the slides. No one was hurt.
A few people, I'm sure, were praying and thinking that was it, but never felt like it was out of control.
David, those passengers boarded a new plane to take them to Fort Lauderdale this evening. The FAA is investigating the cause of that smoke. David?
Eva Pilgrim, thank you. We turn next here to a police shooting after a traffic stop for a missing license plate. The driver did not survive. The first trial ended in a mistrial, and late today, a second mistrial now declared. Here's ABC's Alex Perez.
Tonight, an Ohio jury again deadlocked.
We are almost evenly split regarding our votes toward a final verdict.
This now the second hung jury in the case against former University of Cincinnati police officer Ray Tensing. Tensing was charged with murder in the shooting death of motorist Sam DuBose back in July of 2015. Body cam video capturing the incident, Tensing pulling DuBose over because his car was missing a front tag.
You have a license on you.
I have a license. At one point, Tensing appears to reach into the car and ask DuBose to remove his seatbelt.
Go and take your seatbelt off.
Moments later, firing once, killing DuBose. In court, Tensing argued he feared for his life.
I reached up as far as I could with my right hand and fired a shot.
Tensing is the third law enforcement officer in the last 7 days to be tried for shooting a suspect, none convicted. And David, jurors in the Tensing trial deliberated for 30 hours over 5 days. That's more than jurors did during his first trial. In a statement, the DuBose family calls the mistrial unjust. David?
Alex Perez tonight. Alex, thank you. We turn next here to President Trump and what he's now saying about the special counsel, Robert Mueller, who is leading the Russia investigation and who is looking into any possible obstruction of justice. Was the president sending a warning shot? Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl.
President Trump today suggested special counsel Robert Mueller is tainted and politically biased against him.
Well, he's very, very good friends with Comey, which is very bothersome. The people that have been hired are all Hillary Clinton supporters. Some of them worked for Hillary Clinton. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous if you want to know the truth from that standpoint. But Robert Mueller's an honorable man, and hopefully he'll come up with an honorable solution.
Today, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer said the president has no plans to fire Mueller, but insisted he does have the power to do so.
While he retains the authority, he has no intention of doing that.
Trump today also offered a new explanation for why he had hinted that he recorded his conversations with James Comey. It was a bluff, he said, to force Comey to tell the truth.
I didn't tape, but when he found out that that there may be tapes out there, whether it's governmental tapes or anything else, and who knows, I think his story may have changed.
It was a smart way to make sure he stayed honest in those hearings.
Well, it wasn't very stupid.
But what Trump's tweet about tapes did was trigger a sequence of events that led to the appointment of a special counsel, now conducting a preliminary investigation into possible obstruction of justice by the president. And Comey went on to give damning testimony anyway, much of which the president has said is simply not true.
He did say under oath that you told him to let the Flynn, you said you hoped the Flynn investigation he could
I didn't say that.
So he lied about that.
Well, I didn't say that. I mean, I will tell you, I didn't say that.
And John Karl with us live tonight at the White House. And John, another headline breaking today, the Washington Post reporting that President Obama knew that Vladimir Putin was directly involved in the Russian hacking and that he had words with Putin himself about it. But the Post reports that President Obama did not punish Russia harshly because he was convinced Hillary Clinton was going to win?
In fact, the Post reports that the CIA in early August delivered an envelope marked eyes only directly to President Obama and 3 of his top aides. It included a message saying that Vladimir Putin himself directed the attack. President Obama did confront Putin about that, but did little else. And one official quoted in the story says, "I feel like we sort of choked." David?
John Karl live at the White House. John, thank you. The Senate tonight launching a new investigation, this time focusing on former Attorney General Loretta Lynch. The Senate Judiciary Committee looking into whether Lynch interfered in the Hillary Clinton email case. The panel wants information about her communication with a Clinton campaign aide. Earlier this month, James Comey testified Lynch told him to downplay the FBI investigation. Now to outrage from some after that plan from Senate Republicans was finally revealed. Their plan to repeal and replace Obamacare. And tonight, some leading Republicans on the Hill have made it clear they're not on board, some arguing the cuts are too deep. Mary Bruce on the Hill again tonight.
At the airport, lawmakers leaving Washington for the weekend got a harsh send-off. Anger's erupting from California.
Are you ready to fight?
to Pennsylvania. If more than 2 Republican senators vote no, the health care bill won't pass. And now at least 5 say they're not on board. Nevada Senator Dean Heller today announcing his decision.
This bill that's currently in front of the United States Senate, not the answer. It's simply not the answer.
Heller was confronted by angry constituents at a town hall in April. And today, he did not hold back, calling claims the bill will lower premiums a, quote, lie.
There isn't anything in this piece of legislation that will lower your premiums.
It also slashes Medicaid, which provides insurance to 74 million disabled and low-income Americans and nearly 40% of the nation's children. Kids like 5-year-old Tyler Brent, who has a heart condition. His mother, Jenny, says without Medicaid, they could lose everything.
It shouldn't be up to lawmakers to decide if, they live or die.
At least 4 moderate Republicans are concerned the bill's cuts go too far. But 4 conservatives say they will oppose the bill because it doesn't go far enough.
The bill may spend more in the next year or two than Obamacare does.
Tonight, even President Trump admits getting the votes will be difficult.
It's a very complicated situation from the standpoint you do something that's good for one group but bad for another. It's a very, very narrow path.
A narrow path, says the president. Mary Bruce live on the Hill tonight. And Mary, Senate leaders can really only afford to lose 2 Republicans on this. Right now, several have either said no or are wavering. And when does the bill get scored? When do we get that number? How many Americans could lose coverage under the plan?
David, we could get that analysis from the budget office as early as Monday. That's how we'll learn how many Americans could stand to lose their coverage and how premiums could be impacted. But David, tonight, as is this current bill, does not have enough support to pass. David.
Mary Bruce tracking this all week for us. Mary, thank you. Next tonight, here, the famous actor igniting a firestorm over what he said about President Trump. He's already apologizing. And here's ABC's Matt Gutman.
Tonight, Johnny Depp's alleged joke met with outrage rather than laughter.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
The comments delivered in deadpan at a British film festival, a likely reference to John Wilkes Booth, who shot Abraham Lincoln.
It's been a while. And maybe it's time.
In a statement tonight, he admits it wasn't funny. This comes just a week after that shooting at a Virginia baseball field. Representative Steve Scalise nearly killed, prompting calls from politicians on both sides of the aisle for more civility. Calls apparently ignored by a Nebraska Democratic State Party official, Phil Montag, caught on tape as saying this about Scalise. Montag claims he was taken out of context, but was fired anyway by the state's party chair. The White House facing its own criticism today after the president welcomed a former Trump delegate who last year suggested that Hillary Clinton be executed.
Hillary Clinton should be put in the firing line and shot.
The White House tonight, David, is condemning both Depp's comments and all calls to violence. And law enforcement officials we spoke with said their concern is that even a joke by an actor here in Hollywood could be taken seriously and trigger violence. David.
Matt Gutman with us tonight. Matt, thank you. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. A teen's mysterious death under investigation. The body of a 14-year-old girl found in a landfill days after she went missing while walking her dog with police tonight. Also ahead, your money. And with the 4th of July coming, the major car deals out there. And tonight, what we didn't know, the fees apparently you can bargain down, even eliminate at the dealership. And what else you should be asking for. It can save you hundreds. And then the mystery unlocked tonight. Take a look. This camera right here was bought at a thrift store. And the incredible story, the film that was left inside. You'll see it coming up.
Somewhere along the great journey of self-discovery, a breakthrough. It's in our nature to need each other.
Boost. It's about moving forward, not back. It's looking up,
not down. It's being in motion. Boost High Protein. It's intelligent nutrition with 15 grams of protein and 26 vitamins and minerals. Boost, the #1 high-protein complete nutritional drink.
Pick a car. Any car.
Just want to find a used car without getting ripped off.
Search millions of used cars and find a great deal at Carfax.com.
That would help. Show me the Carfax.
Only Carfax gives you the most accurate price based on a car's history. Just look at all the great deals.
Thanks, buddy.
Boom.
Show me the Carfax.
Start your used car search and get free Carfax reports at the all-new Carfax.com.
I know if the pain comes, I'm not going to get my job done.
Pain's kind of self-defining. When it hurts, it hurts.
When I can't do something, it makes me feel isolated.
With Aleve, you can stay strong longer because only Aleve has the strength to stop tough pain for up to 12 hours with just one pill. Tylenol can't do that.
I get to be present and enjoy what I love. This is my pain.